Launch sequence activated. Prepare for lightspeed.
Intelligent, keeping the missing relevant with Mr. E, Mrs. E. Let's not forget the sweet and E, and of course the best Grandy, unraveling these mysteries. Stay a while and share your thoughts. Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company. Unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the MrECrimecast. I am Mr. E. I am joined today by Mrs. E and our guest, Auntie. Happy Thanksgiving, Auntie.
Thank you. We actually celebrated ours last Sunday, so this has been a really chill Thanksgiving for me.
Actually, ours was pretty chill too, considering we didn't have any guests this year, so it was kind of a little more laid back for us. So it was just our our core family here. Did y'all just do leftovers?
We did leftovers. Today I went and picked up a honey baked ham, and I made potato casserole, and we had that for today. But we've been eating leftovers. We actually were going to go to White Castle yesterday for Thanksgiving. It's a private joke, but they closed at 3, and we went at 5, thinking we could go get White Castle, and they were closed. So we were kind of disappointed.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, so we just had some leftovers again last night, and today was ham and potato casserole. So it was yummy.
Yeah, so we cooked like we were hosting 20 people basically.
Well, you all will have leftover for days.
It's crazy. We have a lot left still, so we'll be doing that for several days. Or I will. The kids will get tired of it, and they'll stop doing the leftovers eventually. But Thanksgiving meals, that's like my favorite meal. So I'll eat that till it's gone.
Well, it's so funny.
I was going to show your turkey because I'm very proud of it. It was the best turkey ever made.
We've had some pretty good turkeys over the years, but that one actually turned out maybe the best of any.
How much did it weigh?
That was 18 pounds, I think.
Yeah, ours was like 22, and it was huge. It was even big for our family. There was, 8 of us, nine of us, and so it was pretty. We still had tons of leftovers, and we're kind of like done with turkey now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a container, just like a massive container still full of.
I think the difference is that you didn't cut it right away. Usually we're running behind on the turkey.
Yeah.
We just can't get it done in time.
True.
And it was actually one of the first things done this year. And it sat
a couple
hours without being cut. And I think that made all the difference.
That could, because it does continue to cook after you take it out. And it looks really tight in that pan. I don't see how you got it in there.
Oh no, it was okay. It's the pan's probably bigger than it looked.
It looks like it's just like all bird.
We've had much larger turkeys.
Yeah, we've had 24-pound turkeys in there before.
Yeah.
But so yesterday was good. Then last night we watched Gone with the Wind.
I haven't told them yet
for the first time.
I told her, but
yes, that it's an amazing movie, but there are parts that it drags.
Actually, I thought, considering it's 90 years old, I thought the pacing was pretty good.
Yes,
it holds up pretty well. There's a couple of moments where you're like,
I think it's a little draggy parts.
There's some parts that are just, when people just collapse for no reason, things like that happen in the movie. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that happens in that movie.
Oh yeah, they're like,
And people just faint all the time.
There's a lot of that.
Or just drop dead for no reason at all. That there's a lot of that happens, but anyway, it's still a great quotable movie.
Well, we
It
didn't
held up.
realize how much we quote it.
Yeah.
We quote it all the time.
Yeah.
We didn't realize.
My
Yeah.
my favorite quote I do all the time is I'll think about that tomorrow. The Scarlet Arrow. I say that all the time.
Yeah, that was one of my
I'll worry about
favorite
that tomorrow.
movies. That was one of my favorite movies when I was in high school. We did a big thing on it, and we had to do everybody did different projects on it, and I watched it. I think it was my junior year, and I loved it. I got to where I collected stuff, and I loved it for a long time. But then after you watch it a few times, you're like, okay, I'm done. It's a long movie. It's a lot to undertake. So
It is. I mean, I hadn't seen it since I was a teenager, and I remembered liking it a lot then. So I forgot about a lot of the plot points and everything. But it's, it's really well done. So it's good.
really good
I've never
acting.
seen it.
Some really good actors.
Well, that's part of the reason we watched it. We like to watch the old movies. We choose an old movie probably once a year for sure to watch. And we have been talking about doing this for ever. It was between that and The Sound of Music. So we went with Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. So it's almost like film history around. We're kind of like, there's just a few classics. You've got to see Casablanca and Good Godfather and all that kind of thing. There's certain ones you just have to do.
You were talking about that should be a class. So it should be a required class.
Yeah. I was saying last night, that really American art is like our culture is the movies.
It's cinema. Yes.
For the last 100 years. And really, if you're going to study American culture, there should almost be at least one course that students take at some point in somewhere between elementary and high school, where they study American cinema and just kind of go through those core turning points in our evolution of, just certain movies that, Gone with the Wind and Godfather and probably Jaws and, certain ones that have been huge, turning points in our culture. Citizen Kane.
No,
Gone with the Wind.
watch Citizen Kane.
I know Citizen Kane was the one she was saying she couldn't stand.
I don't think I tried Citizen Kane.
I'm not a fan of that one either.
And I just
No, it's not an enjoyable movie in a way. It was such a
different type of movie for
different
the day.
type of movie. Yeah, it was a turning point. But
well, the bed and breakfast that I've stayed at in Georgia with Mrs. E, Margaret Mitchell interviewed Confederate soldiers for the making of Gone with the Wind. That's how she got a lot of the ideas and stuff for her book. It was a bed and breakfast that I've stayed in many times, and I love it. But yeah, she interviewed soldiers right there, and they showed us the rooms that she used when she was writing her book, and it's neat.
I forgot about that.
It does hit on a lot of the major historic moments of the Civil War with its narrative. So it's great.
Well, I don't think anybody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Anyway,
what people care about is that Thanksgiving's over. It's Black Friday, and it's officially Christmas season.
And you know what? I don't know what anybody else's Black Fridays are like, but when I drove around today, the roads weren't. I mean, I was out about 11. Target was, active. The parking lot was full, but it was not crazy like the old Black Fridays. I call them the pre-COVID Black Fridays, because it seems like then it was people were packed in everywhere and lines were long, and now it's like people are ordering online and it wasn't that busy, and I was surprised.
I remember when we used to get up really early in the morning and we would talk on the phone. You would be where you were and I would be where I was, and we'd
like 4 a.m.
We'd be up all really early. And I remember one year that Mr. E and I got up and went to get a television because there was a really good deal on a television, and we got up at 3 a.m. and just stood in line for hours to get a TV that probably it probably saved us like $50. But we were so excited to get it that cheap.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I remember the toys. Toys R Us was a big one when our kids were little, that we would go wait in line at Toys R Us. And they don't even have, I think Toys R Us are making a comeback to a degree. I've heard of a few of them opening or reopening, but I think they're more like flash stores where they have them open for the holidays only, but just different than it used to be. I really enjoyed it.
BMW Coupe says no Black Friday for me. Too crazy and cold out there. And good to see a BMW. So
Well, we need to say hi to
I
everybody. We
know.
haven't done that yet. We've just been talking about Gone with the Wind.
I know, but good to see you, BMW, and dreaming of blue skies and sandy beaches. Let's see. Bliss Blessings is here. Trent Geyser, Debbie Barker, S1976, Sarah, and several others coming in. So we appreciate you joining us here. Maybe people are out shopping or just kind of hanging out and watching movies and games and things like that today, probably.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to kind of get to today. The missing person we were going to feature has been found.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I know real reason to put his picture up there, but
Oh man, I did a lot of research for nothing.
I know you did.
I spent a while.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know you did. But he has been found safe. I don't know the circumstances, so there's no reason I don't think to put his
That was a
picture
local
up.
though, right?
It was a local. So if you're familiar with it, he's been found. So I don't even want to put his name out there at this point because they just need their privacy and things like that. I did have another missing person I had shared on our X yesterday. So we'll just do that one instead because we always want to do kind of trying to make that a thing.
Well, it is great news though that he was found. So that's great.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it's wonderful. It was.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot of information, so I suspected it was a runaway because oftentimes I think that when they don't put out a lot of information, it's because, they don't put out the height and the weight and the, last known location is because it's a runaway. Right.
Right. I would imagine that is probably the case here,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know. So, but anyway, glad that young man from Gallatin was found and he's okay. And they did specify found safe. So this one is just a couple of weeks older. This is from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And the message from the mother, Riley's mother, Amber, she says, Riley, I love you. And I just want you to come home safely. I will always be here for you. The young man is 16 years old. His name is Riley Monk. He disappeared from his home in Henderson, Nevada on November 15th. Authorities believe he may still be in Nevada or may have traveled out of state. Amber says Riley's disappearance is extremely out of character. He's never gone missing before, and there's been no communication since he left. She's deeply concerned for his safety and is pleading for the public's help. If you have any information about Riley or his whereabouts, you can contact NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST or the Henderson Police Department at 1-702-267-4705. And you can always go to NCMEC's for more information as they update there.
What was his name again? Riley what?
His name is Riley Monk, and he is 16 years old. And that's him with his mother there. So Henderson, Nevada. So believe he's likely in the state. Henderson, I think, is on the north side of Nevada. Or is that out? I'm not sure where that's located. I'll look that up real quick.
Okay, guys, we also are doing the 2 different streams. So if you send a super chat or memberships or anything, please let us know because some of it's not like last time, I believe. And I want to thank Bliss Blessing for sending us. I think she sent us a super sticker last time. I completely missed it.
Oh, well, thank you, Bliss Blessings, for that.
PJ sent us some happy poop. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the happy poop.
And PJ sent us a corgi. See, I can't see this stuff. And Abigail became a member of the Bark Squad. Welcome, Abigail. Abigail, I can't speak.
Abigail.
See, it's so bizarre. I just can't see it. So we were trying to look at our analytics and we were trying to be more accommodating to everybody. And it looked like that 60 some odd % of the people that watch us on the long form. And so I was trying to do both. And I'm afraid it might be too hard on me. I may not be able to do that.
To do the dual thing?
It's confusing.
Yeah, we're not sure if it's worth the effort or not. Right?
I had said last week I wasn't never doing it again, and then I did it today. So here we go.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what it does.
Well, sometimes you have to give things a couple times. And if we know that everything posts twice, on our end, we'll just know to only address it once.
So so basically there are 2 streams on our channel going right now. One is long form. So if you prefer the long form on your phone, you can go to that option. If you're watching on a television or monitor and prefer this vertical way, then just probably click out and log back in, I guess, to the correct one. Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
We don't.
But Rosebud was saying this is her fear for her adult child just walking out
Right.
of the house and disappearing. I know it happens frequently.
That's our biggest fear.
We've had a few. We've seen a few in the news lately of autistic teens and young adults disappearing and being deceased. It's terrifying. There's been 2 just in the last couple of weeks that I've seen. It's just and usually near water. When
I was researching this gentleman that was gone, that from Gallatin, his grandparents were near the water, and I was like, oh dear.
I know,
it scared me. So I'm glad that he got found. I'm so prayers to his family. I'm sure they're thrilled. So.
And Henderson, I was wrong. That is actually just south of Las Vegas. So it's almost more like a suburb of Las Vegas. If you were on your way to the Hoover Dam, that's kind of the way you would go.
Oh, don't get me started.
He's
on the
basically right between the Hoover Dam and Las Vegas is where he disappeared. So he could be, that's probably that southern Nevada area, but he may have gone over to, Arizona, California, Los Angeles direction. So anywhere if you're down in that area, be on the lookout for that young man, and just give any police a call if you see him.
And CA Hawkeye, we do see you. CA Hawkeye says, "Am I here?" It's a bit confusing. And then Sharon Marlowe says, "Yeah, she likes the format." She said, "I'm on my desktop and it looks better to me."
Well, it's
Okay,
probably
good.
because we're further away, Sharon.
Yeah, and I did see CI Hawkeye he had a comment a minute ago that I was flying solo the other night and that I did a good job, but I wasn't quite solo because Mrs. E was doing all the tech stuff, kind of keeping all the pictures and all that going while I just did the talking.
Yes.
Is basically how that went. But if you missed that the other night, we had a great opportunity to have a couple of reporters from the Tennessean join us. They were talking about their podcast, Murder on Music Row, which I had been a huge fan of anyway. And we reached out to them and they agreed to come on. And
surprisingly.
Yeah, right away. I thought I was so worried about how to ask and everything. I retyped my message multiple times. And then as soon as I sent it, he was like, yeah, sure.
No problem.
Happy to do it, And
I thought it was really interesting. I really like it, but I also like all that Nashville history and the Nashville true crime stuff. So it was really interesting to me.
Yeah, it was great to have him on and get a few questions answered that I just had listening to it as a listener. And then, but anyway, we just did that 3 or 4 days ago. So if that's of interest to you, I think it's worth checking out. And the biggest takeaway from that interview, and from the story they're doing, is the current season, their season 2 of Murder on Music Row. They have kind of uncovered that the man that is convicted and serving a life sentence is might be innocent. Because the guy that flipped on him testified against him to get a deal. He's recanting his whole testimony, saying he was literally beaten by the detective, and that he's carried this tremendous guilt for years. And when this podcast started, he reached out to the reporters, and they kind of went back and forth. He was kind of scared to talk, and then they broke that news this week that that they've got the wrong man. That the guy serving life sentence for the murder of Skull Schulman shouldn't be in there. And
CA
just
Hawkeye
a wild story.
CA Hawkeye said, "Just wanted to congratulate you on a job well done, Mr. E." He really liked that. So great.
Well, great. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I like doing the interviews. So we're probably going to try to do more of those in the future.
And those two were extremely kind, and
they were great.
They're fun to talk to. Not even not on camera. I was very interested in the way they did their investigative journalism.
Yes.
That was fascinating to me. I'd like to hear more about that.
You do a lot of the investigating for what we do. And you're really good at you're very good at finding creative ways to find people and information.
Yes.
And so hearing her techniques, I think you were kind of like, huh, that's interesting.
Well, the FOIAs and things, they scare me a bit, but most of the cases that we cover deep dive, we can't really FOIA because they're active investigations.
Right.
So,
And they, yes, but that was all interesting. If you're just interested in kind of the perspective of the reporters, one thing that I thought about a lot afterward was, they kept talking about how they just have to kind of stay neutral. They can present the information as sort of they can frame a narrative to a certain extent, but they can't really voice their opinions.
Right, because I wanted them to voice their opinion about Sebastian. They just wouldn't.
Yeah, and they had opinions
They
about
had
different
opinions,
things,
but they would not.
we asked about a few different cases, Sebastian, Summer, and whatnot, and a few different things. But on air, they can't really do that. They have to be neutral, and so we're at a different kind of. We have an advantage in a sense by being independent.
Right.
We can kind of go discuss things as we see them.
Right. And I wanted to thank Bliss Blessing. She has been a member for 13 months. Happy 13 months, Crime Dog family. Well, thank you so much, Bliss. You have been a blessing to us, and we appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much.
There was another one I wanted to highlight that I thought was great. TGS wife said, "This is a completely random, but y'all prayed for my daughter and grandbaby back when they were med flighted several months back."
Yes, I remember.
I just wanted to say that we have a healthy 2.5-month-old baby girl now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's great.
Oh, that's great news.
That's wonderful.
I remember that.
Speaking of prayers, we have a big MRI coming up again on Tuesday.
The
second. Is that Tuesday?
I think so.
Yeah. So yes, that'd be great.
Sorry, I'm fixing Nightbot.
If everyone could think to pray for a nice MRI for my son, that would be great. That'll be our first one since the surgery back in September.
Yes.
And thank you, Sharon, for the 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Sharon,
very sweet of you. Good to see you, Sharon. Hope you're doing great.
What a sweetheart! Thank you so much, Sharon. We really had a good day yesterday. We really felt grateful. We feel grateful for all of you guys too. You guys have become family to us, and we just appreciate you guys so much. I just wanted you to know that. Sorry, I know I'm off on a tangent. Sorry. I just feel very grateful. I mean, I know that we have a lot going on in our life, but there's a lot to be grateful for.
Oh, absolutely.
And these guys are part of it, part of the reason.
Without a doubt.
And the lady in the glasses over there. We need to be grateful for her too.
Who?
You.
Oh, I was like, what lady? I'm like, oh, look at what lady?
We need to be grateful for you and for Mom and everybody. So
well, thanks. I'm grateful for everyone.
Yeah, I read that. What is it? What is that? Jesus Calling every day, and it's been all about gratitude, and it's really affected me.
Oh, Rosebud had something that she wanted to share. She said, "I wanted to ask if you saw Chris M. stated on his live yesterday that Seth has reached out to Cold Case Foundation regarding help with LE. This is a positive.
I didn't realize it. Yeah, that's great. And actually, did you guys see Seth posted this morning? I don't know if Mr. E's even seen it.
I don't know this. I didn't know either.
Let me. That's wonderful. I think the Cold Case Foundation is as good as it comes. Let me pull this up real quick. Culver's is doing something special for Sebastian's birthday.
Oh, that I did know. I did know this. Yeah.
So I want to share this. If I can, y'all, I feel like I haven't done a live stream in years. I don't remember how to do anything. Let's see. So Seth had put this on his community post, and it says, I'll read it. So
blow it up.
I will. It says, ladies and gentlemen, please join us on Sunday, December 7th at Culver's in Clarksville for Sebastian's birthday. Thank you to all whom are helping with spreading awareness and factual information regarding Sebastian. Be blessed and stay safe, everyone. So what's going on is, and I saw the flyer somewhere. I thought it was on his. Maybe I'm just not clicking it. I thought it was on his post. Maybe I'm somebody hindsight has it. Let me see. I'll just do hindsight real quick.
You mean the one from Culver specifically?
Yeah, one from Culver specifically.
Yeah, this would be great of them to do.
So what they're doing is, let's see. I know I saw it somewhere because I want to post it. I just have not done it yet.
And then Abigail had also something she wanted to share in just a second when you're done. She has an uncle that has a history in the Vietnam War, and she wanted us to kind of look into that.
Okay, I'm not sure why that's.
Let me see if I
doing
can
that.
find
Okay,
it.
let me try this again. Where'd the Culver stuff go? I just saw it.
And this was it.
Okay. Well, anyway, Culver's in Clarksville's doing something for Sebastian. I don't know what just happened. I did something weird.
And Abigail, I'll take that info down so I can look it up.
Let's
Let me
see.
take a picture of it so I have it. There we
What
go.
is this about?
She wanted us to look up an incident that was dated July 29th, 1966. It was with her uncle, Delmer Lee Laws.
Uh-huh.
He was a sergeant first class in the Vietnam, I think she said Vietnam War. And she wanted us to look up the information about that.
Okay.
I think
He's a POW missing in action in Vietnam. And she said there's an interesting read about it. And she wanted us to kind of just check into it. His
Okay.
name is Delmar Lee Laws, and was a POW missing in action.
Wow. Since 67.
Yeah, I took a picture of it so we could look it up.
I'm trying really hard to make this happen, y'all. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We've got lots of stuff going on we can talk about until you.
Yeah, lots going on in the chat actually. So
talk in the chat for just 1 second
Yeah.
while I find it.
And Dreaming of Blue Skies just texted you, Mrs. E.
Yes, she did, but unfortunately, it went to my phone and not to the computer, so I have to find it on there. So that's where I'm going. Thank you so much, Dreaming. I appreciate it.
Deanna was saying she's going on a cruise.
Where are you going, Deanna?
29 days until her birthday cruise. So that's great.
Yay.
Everyone's wishing her congratulations.
We've talked about doing a true crime cruise. That would be fun.
Crochet's asking, I don't know why Seth hasn't asked U.S. Marshals. They have been requested.
Yes, they have been. But it's not Seth's choice. It's the Sumner County Sheriff's Department has to decide that or has to allow them in.
But that request has been sent to request that they be brought in.
Yes.
And denied.
Yes. So denied. Let's see. I think I've got it. Yeah. That's a sticking point for me because it makes me really unhappy.
The Marshals?
Yeah, because why not? At this point?
There's only two. To me, there's the two excuses.
Okay.
Either they're about to make arrests, they've got it wrapped up, they don't need it, or they're arrogant and they think they don't need the help, and they probably do. One or the other.
Right.
Or they're corrupt and don't want it solved.
Well, that's
so I guess there's three options. So this says community advocates in Culver's will host a birthday awareness event December 7th for missing Hendersonville teen Sebastian Rogers. The event will feature free malts and FBI flyers as efforts continue to keep his case in the public eye. And
and he loved malts. I remember them talking about
double malts. Double malts.
Yeah,
That's
he
right.
loved malts.
God, 17 years old.
Bless his heart.
Man. So if he's, 15, if he's still out there, he's likely gone through some kind of growth spurt. I think, what was he, 5'5" when he went missing?
What?
I think he was
5'5".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that he might be taller. At this
he
point,
could be much taller at this. 2 years, 15, 17 is a big difference.
That's when the boys really hit their growth spurt up till from about 15 to 19.
I mean, really, you kind of start to get into age progression. Needing to update the possible look, because 15 to 17 is a big difference for boys. But that's what a great thing for Culver's to do. So if you're out there in the Clarksville area, go get your free malt and some flyers.
Well, here's my question: why is Hendersonville one not doing it?
That's probably just
Culver's are independently owned, even though it's a chain. They are independently owned. So maybe he's made a contact with someone there at his local Culver's, and they reached out and said, "Hey, let's do this." I know that when you drive through the drive-through, because Granny and I go lots to Culver's, it'll tell who the owner of that independent Culver's is in each window. So I know that it's a little bit different, and they probably have some leeway to do that.
And guys, while you're here, I would appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. We are doing 2 different streams. So if you want to go like both of them, please feel free. Also, Aunt E fussed at me for never telling anybody about our Facebook page, because we do have a Facebook page.
We do.
And we have to get 500, I think, followers before we can go live on there, because I was going to try to multi-stream.
Oh, I didn't know we could go live on Facebook.
Yeah, we sure can. So we have that goal. is to get
All right.
500 followers there. And Mr. E's goal for the end of the year is to have 10,000 subscribers
10,000 subscribers would be great. So we
on
can
our
start
YouTube
doing.
channel. So
we can
we
do
can
We've
start
that.
kind of
doing
been at the
fundraising.
same number for a while, so it would be
Mhm.
nice to, it would be nice to switch it over and just jump that hurdle.
Yeah, we don't really grow gradually. It's always like one video just brings in a whole lot of new people or not. We kind of either it's not a gradual growth for us.
Right.
It's usually
Oh.
one video hits for some reason.
It looks like BMW is working on it. We are working on all Tennessee
Oh.
locations for Culvers, but grateful for any location that is willing. No, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and
And
then,
hopefully, the other Culvers, seeing them getting the good press for it, will make them more inclined
Yeah, maybe.
to do it. Yeah.
maybe
Hey,
so.
sweet Melissa, I saw you join us earlier.
Of course, any franchise could do a thing.
Yeah.
Besides Culver's,
Exactly.
anybody could. But great that at least it'd be nice for somebody around the Hendersonville, Sumner County area though to do something would be good.
Right,
just speak
Paula.
for the locals.
There are only 285 on Facebook, but on our YouTube channel, we have almost 10,000, or we have 94 or something.
Yeah, because we started here on YouTube with this. Yeah.
And yes, Sonia, we can see you.
I'm sorry, Sonia.
Nightbot's so active. I'm missing a lot of the chat.
Well, I'll
I mean, Nightbot's just posting constantly.
Well, it's because we see double on our side.
We're
So
seeing
we're
double.
seeing double Nightbot.
Yes. But there are someone, I don't know who it was. Someone was asking in the chat a few minutes ago, are there any updates on Sebastian? And
There kind of are.
they kind of are.
Oh,
And so
great.
we will end up doing another Sebastian live at some point. We've already been kind of planning that, maybe around the birthday or something, or possibly sooner, just to kind of get caught up.
BMW Coop said Clarksville was the first to answer. News medias are running with it. Check Hindsight's page. So great.
Abigail.
Yes, thank you, Abigail.
Thank you, Abigail.
She gifted 5 memberships. If you received a membership gift from Abigail or Sharon Marlowe, because I forgot about it, to say this earlier, if you received gifted memberships from either one of those, please let them or tell them thank you. We appreciate those. And if you are not a member, our lowest membership tier starts at 99 cents. And I swear we're going back to trivia really soon. Swear we are. I promise.
Oh, wow. Thank you, sweet Melissa.
Aw, she is the sweetest.
Wow, thank
She
you. Melissa.
is.
And sweet Melissa
Much
gifted 10
appreciated.
memberships. And
Oh,
if you
Shauna?
received a gifted membership from sweet Melissa, please tell her thank you.
And Shauna says she's not seeing any of her posts on the live stream on my TV. It's so funny. Glad you told us you're doing something different.
Shauna, you might want to go out and go to our page and then click into the landscape. I don't know, y'all. I tried. I don't think I can do it like this. It's too hard. It's too
It
hard.
is
It's
hard.
too confusing. It's too
I know, but a lot of people do watch it on their phone and like that format, but it is kind of hard on our end.
And Rosebud's been a member for 9 months.
Did you? And what do you think, Mr. E? I think it was
Thank
an
you,
interesting
Rosebud.
post.
Yeah, so Rosebud was asking, what are your thoughts on At Night's post about confirming CP was in Memphis the night Sebastian went missing?
I don't know. We've heard the audio going around. How do I explain this? The audio Primetime Buzz has been playing, or not playing. She's been talking about.
Yeah,
but
she's
we've
been
heard
playing
the
it.
audio too. We've heard the audio as well, and we've known that for a long time. But I mean, it's a third party, so I don't know if how I feel about that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I kind of
want to save it for when we talk about.
Well, no. I was just going to say, with the At Night posts, I always take a little bit of it with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
And this is kind of what I've said about them from the beginning, is that they're not reporters. They're not historians. They're not detectives. They are an intelligence agency, and they are given a job. And their job is to determine what happened to Sebastian. That's it. That's their job. So what methods they use to make that happen, they can do whatever they can.
They're not bound by
They're
any
not
rules.
bound by certain types of
Law enforcement rules.
Yeah, they're not like the guys from the Tennessee that were here the other day, where they've got to be biased and fact-based and everything
Right.
else. They can float stuff that's not accurate if they're for a purpose.
Yeah.
If they So I always thought with
It's been
them,
about a year since you kind of reminded people what at night is.
this is what I had predicted. This actually ended up being accurate, but I was thinking back on when we first did our what?
Are you hitting your mic?
I don't think so, but something is kind of moving. When I looked back at our analysis of them as they were coming in, that they were saying that every 2 weeks they were going to put in a new strategy and that they'd reevaluate after every 2 weeks. That's what they said at the beginning. That's kind of been, it looks like what they did. And that sometimes they'd be very public, sometimes they'd be very private. That's also happened. At various times, they may put things out that are completely true. They might put out things that are slightly true. They might put out things that are completely false, just for a certain purpose. Because their purpose is
we're not privy to those.
Their purpose is not really to inform us of what's going on. Their purpose is to find out what happened to Sebastian.
Right.
So they'll float a lie if they need to. It was what I always believed would happen.
It's
And I think
to
that's what's
elicit
happened.
responses from someone or some, it's just to elicit some kind of reaction or response. And so they're trying, it's like problem solving, basically trying different things to see if it helps further the investigation.
Yeah.
And,
so I take it with a grain of salt. Maybe he was in Memphis, maybe not. I personally don't think he was in Hendersonville that night anyway. That's just my own personal belief. I don't think he ever.
I think we've kind of agreed on that.
I don't think he was
I'm not sure.
I don't know where he was exactly, but I don't think he was in Hendersonville. It's just
I go back and forth. I'm sure everybody in the audience does too. Yeah. I wanted to say thank you to Just My Girls. She gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Just My Girls. If you received a gifted membership from Just My Girls, please tell her thank you. Yes.
So thank you so much, Just My Girls. I appreciate it.
Angel Wings said, how do you know the audio is authentic?
The audio,
we heard it.
We heard it ourselves.
Yeah.
We've heard it. We heard it a long time ago. So,
and Rosebud had a follow-up question. She said, so is that audio what At Night's referring to being him being in Memphis? That's the confirmation that they're going off of?
We don't know that, but that's what my assumption was. That was me making an assumption. We don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I don't know about that part.
And Sweet Melissa said she's not sure she believes the foul-mouthed supervisor anyway.
I don't either.
Oh, I'm
not sure.
Actually,
either.
I think the audio has been released now.
Oh, it is.
The audio that we heard, yeah. She said the foul-mouthed supervisor. So.
Yeah,
there is.
Okay.
We'll have to go back and look. There's a few things that have been.
There's something. I swear, I think I heard it yesterday. Flipping through.
And Cheryl, I have heard that as well. Silver's had a conversation with the employees, and it was the opposite of that. So, and he did go down there and talk to employees on site. I remember that Silver did. So, I think who knows? Do you remember that, Mr. E?
Yes, I do.
That's Yeah,
but I think there's a separate.
Okay, then we're not talking about the same audio.
Okay,
then.
I think there's another.
Okay,
but I might be wrong. We'll have to go back and see what's out there.
Yeah. We don't. Sometimes we get information that is not for public release, and we've been asked not to release it to the public, which we stand by. But then there are certain things that come out, and we don't know when it comes out if we're allowed to talk about it or not. Or not allowed.
If your sources don't tell you that it's for release, then you just, if you want to keep sources, then you try to honor
to keep
that
honor,
and
so we honor certain things in order to get more information. So
but whether or not what's said in audio is a fact or not, I think it was somebody says here, I meant, how do we know the audio is fact that CP was in it? Yeah, absolutely, you don't know that.
Exactly. Oh yeah, if it's the audio I'm thinking of, I didn't really believe that guy either, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie's getting ready to pounce.
Me or you?
And that audio, did they ever
we need to do that on a separate live and get back.
I can't because I don't know what the public knows.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful.
Yeah, Melissa says a few creators have it on their lives. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I've got it on my computer.
Yeah, I got to know it. I got to go back and see what the public's heard.
Right.
But anyway, so we are planning to go into all of that at some point.
Yes.
Similar to, but this is a topic for sure. We've got several cases to update. And one I want to get to today is a pretty big story. We have not really talked about this one. Okay, where did this go?
Yours is over here.
Okay.
I can remove mine.
All right. So, Auntie and Mrs. E, are y'all familiar with these two girls, the Slender Man
Yes.
attack that happened about a decade ago?
Yes, my kids were younger, and it was a big deal because the Slender Man thing was a thing when they were in like high school, and so it was quite a while ago that all happened. It may have even been right as they were starting college, or right, like you said, it was about 10 years ago, but I remember it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
So this is 2014. It might ring a bell once I start to talk about it a little bit, but basically it was this online like horror created story, Slender Man, and these two young girls got obsessed with the story or interested enough in the story, took it too seriously, led another girl named Peyton Lautner out into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. Like as a ritualistic attack. It was Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Was this on Crime Junkies?
It's been on a lot of stuff.
Okay, I might have
Over
heard
the
it.
years. I can't believe you don't remember it, but it's the Slender Man thing was like this scare.
No, I've heard of the Slender Man thing, but I thought that was just kind of like a folklore type of.
Started as horror fiction, basically online on a creepypasta. Is where
I remember creepypasta.
And then these girls took it seriously. They were basically around 12 years old, took their friend out into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. She barely survived. The doctors were like, a hair's length on an artery and she would have been gone, but she survived. She's alive today.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, the two girls, they're convicted, but they're 12 years old and but they're not really in prison. So the one girl was in a group home. The other girl, I think, is out. Let me see where it says here.
Kelsey, thank you for being a member for 14 months. We appreciate you.
It is a crazy story.
Let's see.
Yes, Melissa, I saw some pictures of her recently too, and she does look like she's insane. The perpetrator. I'm sure that's who you're getting ready to talk about.
Yeah, one of these sleuths in something says, "I love all things spooky, but it's scary when people get obsessive over things." I agree with you. That's that. I used to be a big fan of all that stuff, and it's scary. It's scary when people take it a step too far, right?
And Jenny Machete said it was like a sacrifice to Slender Man or something. I remember that being the talk.
Oh my stars.
It was crazy. It was a crazy thing.
Also, Kelsey gifted us 20 memberships.
Wow, Kelsey.
That is so kind of you. If you received a gifted membership from Kelsey, please tell her thank you.
It's raining memberships today.
I know.
Thank
we
you,
don't
guys.
have an umbrella.
I know.
But thank you guys so much.
So the one
Happy Black Friday. We're getting memberships. It's a membership party on Black Friday. I'm
just looking up what happened to the girl. So I have it all here. I just so Geyser has essentially, mental issues, schizophrenia and that. She was sentenced to 40 years to life with an indeterminate sentence requiring at least 3 years confinement in addition to involuntary treatment in a state forensic psychiatric institute until complete resolution or symptoms until age 53, whichever happens first. Weir, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name.
I bet Rosebud knows. It's from her neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably Weir.
Morgan.
I thought Rosebud said Morgan Geyser.
Or Morgan Geyser. Okay, that one's Morgan Geyser.
Yeah, because she said she's a very dangerous individual. She outsmarted accredited doctors and her lawyer, who is a putz. It's not just mental illness. Look her up and lock her up. I think she meant lock her up and throw away the key.
Yes, and yes. So Morgan Geyser's the one that got out. So on the 23rd of November, got their ankle monitor off at their group home they were living in and escaped. And had been having this person out there on the run is pretty scary considering what they did. So I have the police cam video here. That might be. I want to play a couple of minutes of this. Just I
and I want to
interesting.
thank Chase for sending the floating heart.
Thank you, Chase.
I'm gonna have to leave this screen up so I can see this stuff because I keep missing it.
Yeah, we don't want to miss it for sure.
No, it's fun.
So this was in a town called Posen, and it said these police get called to Thornton's, and they don't know what's going on at this point.
Okay.
I advise them that Robins, I don't know if they're able to like sleep in their lobby because they used to do that before, but they said that they're just gonna move it.
Yeah, I called to see. I didn't know what to look like. I'm dead now. So I was calling to see can they get somewhere for the night.
Yeah, the thing is there ain't a lot of shelters. that's what's crazy is they find shelters for other people, but they don't got
So you can see that they were just kind of camped out, sleeping outside of this Thornton's. Later, we learned that they had their plan was eventually to make their way to Nashville. Actually,
Why
Great.
do people keep coming here?
I don't know, but they were planning on coming here. They went to Chicago or something, and then they ended up out of cash and here in Posen, and we're sleeping outside of this Thornton's together.
Nashville's not that great, guys.
So here's kind of where they start to get questioned a bit. I thought this was interesting.
honest. I want to make sure that you're not missing. As long as you're not missing, you can go on your way. Are you missing from somewhere? Then just give me your name and date of birth, and you can be on your way.
I'm 19.
Huh?
I'm 19.
19? That's
Yeah.
fine. You're still an adult. So
Yeah. So what's your last name?
no what?
I don't want to give you my name.
Okay, well then we're gonna arrest you and take you an ID. We're gonna hold you an ID at the station for fingerprints. So you don't want to obstruct an officer. Give me your name and date of birth. You're not wanted for murder, right?
Right.
Well, then you ain't gonna have a.
I know, right?
Wow.
I know. Because these guys, they had no idea what they were walking up to.
But
And-
why wouldn't you just make up a name if you're that smart?
Cool Cooper
'Cause they're
says enough crazy people in Tennessee. You all stay home.
Yeah, we're all
supposed
full
to read
here.
Trent's
Just
comment.
make up a name.
I don't see Trent's comment.
See, I think we're missing comments somehow.
I don't see it. How far up is it?
Trent's comment.
Is that?
Sorry,
statement.
Trent, I didn't catch it. Once I go to the
He
other
said
screen.
it's no relation to me.
Oh,
His
he's
last
Geyser
name-
too.
His last
Oh.
name-
Good to know.
Yeah.
And-
And Rosebud says, I want to know what their plan was to get money and eat or get to Nashville area, which is where they were pointed in direction to. Were they going to rob people? I mean, I'm glad they got the cops. Okay, sorry. The cops. found
The
her.
cops found.
I
it.
guess means she's glad. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're kind of like for about 10 minutes they're trying to like not give their names. They're asking, do we have to? That
Right.
I'd rather not, and they're going through that. I always think about that with these officers. They come up to some, they just got like trespassing. They're probably going to give out a trespassing warning or something or whatever,
Right.
a loitering ticket, and then they never know really if they're stumbling on the Slender Man killer or somebody like that. You just never know, right?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. It says, "Isn't she transitioning genders?" I do not know that.
Yes, she
she
considers
supposedly
herself.
Non-binary
Let me think of what it was.
or
It was,
they?
trans male or something like that.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't know. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
yeah. True Crime Junkie says a cop's job is scary to me. Absolutely. They never know what they're getting
You just
into.
never know. You think you're just coming up to get a couple of homeless folks off a
Right.
sidewalk, and there you've got somebody that's capable of stabbing a girl 19 times.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you're dealing with.
Right.
Okay. So
but
yes,
when-
Melissa said yes, trans. Okay.
So this-
Number 14, Morgan E. Geyser, clear record.
Go ahead and put your hand in.
You said I could say
I will
goodbye.
let you. You guys going to the same place, okay?
I promise you didn't know.
Okay.
How did they figure out who she was?
She finally gave them her real name. Yeah, she finally gave her real name. So they cuff her there and bring her in. And so
You skipping ahead?
yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Get to her. Is it showing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they brought her in. Of course, she'll. I don't know if they'll send her back to the group home or not.
I would say no.
Probably
That would be
not.
surprising.
What is that?
This is the guy she was with,
Okay.
and he is. Let's see, find his.
His
details.
glasses look like yours, Annie.
I don't think so.
Just kidding.
I can't tell what the heck he is. He's strange looking.
So she had met this guy at a church, and then they hit the road.
I
And
love it. Wannabe Sleuth and Substance says, I see why people go for the androgynous look. It forces me to have to use non-binary pronouns because I don't know what the heck the person is.
Yeah. So he got a couple of charges, but he basically got released because it's not, it was so but he was traveling with her.
And did it say how he met up with her? Was it like
at a church is what it said in Madison they had met. And
at a church?
he had complained about how she was being mistreated in their group home.
Mm-hmm.
And he was denied visitation with Geyser. So supposedly he sneaks into the home to visit Geyser, and they made up a plan to go to Nashville. And once they escaped, they met in a church parking lot and took a bus to Chicago. Then another bus to Posen. They run out of cash. They're sleeping at Thornton's for the night, and then he got charged with criminal trespassing and obstructing identification, but was eventually released from custody.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll probably never, have anything happen.
Few things. Angel Wing says, "OMG, I thought that was her." So, like the picture you have on the screen. And then Rosebud says, "I think Monday she makes an appearance in the court. I'd go, but my husband fell deer hunting and dislocated his elbow and has to have surgery on Monday." Well, prayers for your husband. So there's that. And then Melissa says, sweet Melissa says, "I have watched true crime for years, and I have never been so frightened that crime has evolved to such a level." Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I don't know if it's just because of what we've been doing this past year with true crime, but I used to think it was rare that, like, for example, a mother would harm their child. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, that's all I see anymore.
I'll tell you what I see.
Way more common than you would think.
The murder suicides. I feel like I see them daily. Mm-hmm. These people that are like, girlfriend breaks up with them and they killed the girlfriend, the children themselves, they're all gone, or something along those. I mean, that kind of story happens constantly, it seems like. And this kind of thing is
just,
but there is an online influence. There's these weird subcultures and people get really wrapped up in these worlds. And
it's all about, it's not about reality anymore. It feels like it's about fantasy. Everything's fantasy.
I knew that's it is.
It's this.
They don't live in the
whole channel about that.
They don't live in the real world in many ways.
So they don't think there's real consequences for things. I want to be Sleuth and Something says, "I was in a group home as a kid. It wasn't great, but I also wasn't there trying to unalive someone." Well, that's a great point. Just because of the circumstances you grow up in doesn't mean you have to grow up and be a bad person, and also just that reminded me of the charity that we're trying to raise money for. I think we have to have everything in by December 7th, but we are, where are we? We're not on screen at all. There we are. Okay.
Hi, guys.
So the charity gives money or fulfills wish lists for kids that are in foster care and in group homes. So, and they also help kids try to transition out of group homes, in a good way to have productive, good lives. So thought that was neat. That it's a good charity. It's I always forget the name of it. Why do I forget the name of
Can
it?
you put a link in the chat?
I can. I forgot the name of it. But we decided to we're matching everybody dollar for dollar. Of course, I've been behind on it. So until we reach 500, which is our goal. Let me see.
Let me see if I can find it.
I'm telling you, I've forgotten how to live stream today. I'm not even joking.
Wannabe Sleuth and something had mentioned Rebecca Park, and I had that pulled up to do today anyways. We'll just go ahead and jump to
Rebecca Park
that.
is, we're going to have to talk about this in depth at some point.
If you have not followed this
Called
story,
Youth Village's Holiday Heroes.
Thank you. I couldn't remember. My mind is a little cloudy. But yes, let me see. So we have got 400 of the 500, and that will help approximately 3 kids with their wish lists. So I think I probably owe, yeah, I do. I owe some matching.
oh, we've hit the 500.
We've hit 400, so I think we owe 120 and 140 in matching. So we'll go over that.
Well, great. Well, thank you to everybody that
Yes,
helped us
thank
get to
you.
that goal. That's awesome. And we'll go a little over that apparently.
160 is what we owe in matching. So we'll go over our goal. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you
awesome.
guys so
If we
much.
get enough, we can always pick up another or donate more.
Well, I mean, the more the money doesn't go to us, it goes straight to this charity. So if it's something you guys want to do, that's wonderful, and it's going to help out some kids. So
Yeah. So if you have, are you okay with me going to the story?
absolutely.
So this is this was actually the missing person we talked about last week.
Thank you,
so
Melissa.
Rebecca Park, if you recall, we highlighted this one. This was up in Michigan, and she was 22 years old. She had disappeared on
mess.
November 4th, and the reason it was so urgent to us is she's 38 weeks pregnant. I think when we did our live stream, she had been due like 2 days earlier or something like that. And it was looking at that point, it could be either foul play or she was moving on and starting a new life, kind of something along those lines. Her phone was found in the middle of a dirt road. That was kind of an interesting detail. And since
Found by her mother, which was weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird.
I don't think her mother, TikTokers found her live.
No, her phone.
Her
phone that was in the road.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So anyway, the phone was found, and anyway, since then the families made a lot of statements, and there's some wildness around her
We're going to
life.
have to go into this deeper.
Yeah,
we just have to.
We're going to get into this because I'm not
It's been
sure.
upsetting me because I knew something weird was going on as soon as it started. It was I
Yes.
was all over it.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those where like this is going to be a crazy one.
It is a crazy one. This is going to require. I think we're going to probably just dedicate a live.
Well,
stream to
I
this.
had already started like collecting screenshots and all this stuff before. I mean, just like the first day because it was just already wild. The lab, the ease.
Hey, Josh, good to see you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. I hope it went well. Did you end up renting a porta potty? I'm on the edge of my seat to know.
Porta potty?
He was going to rent a porta potty. Remember? I told you about this.
Oh, for Thanksgiving.
Yes, for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I've been on the edge of my seat waiting to know if you actually rented the porta potty. Sorry.
Oh, Sarah, we don't know yet. We're going to talk about that in just a second.
Well, there's going to be a porta potty theme.
Okay. Well, actually, also
Later
Josh. It looks like Josh is going to have Chris McDonough tonight at 9. So.
Oh, great! Very
yeah.
good.
I think it's tonight. Let me double check.
That-
Is that
that's-
correct, Josh?
That's always must see YouTube.
Absolutely.
Is today the 28th? Yes. So at 9 o'clock tonight, Josh is going to have with Chris and Dr. Gary. So, and they're going to talk some Don Wells audio review.
Well, we'll make sure to fire up a really interesting live stream at about 8:59. And just go ahead.
Well, yeah.
No, we'll just stay out of the way.
Josh says his emergency petition got denied.
Well, there must be a rush on porta potties for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're gonna have this is gonna be very interesting later.
Okay.
So I
Go.
anyway. I've got an inside joke, but I can't do it till the end of the show. So
Josh won't be here.
I know. Well, I'll have to just tell him about it later.
And I know all of you guys have subscribed to the lab, but if you haven't, please do so because it is a wonderful channel. We watched it last night.
Yeah,
so.
and McDonough, and we're gonna have to do we have to reach out to Josh about Summer Wells
Okay.
at some point too. So anyway, so Rebecca Park, her body was discovered on November 25th, and really not that far from where that cell phone was found in the middle of that dirt road. And the circumstances of it are, it looks like her body was drugged to the position and then placed there. And there had been a lot of searches in that area, not only just with police and their teams, but also just volunteer searchers had already been through days later also. So it's a very bizarre, suspicious situation. The half-sister's bank card was found beside the body. Kimmy. And that's bizarre to me.
That sounds like it was planted.
It does. It sounds like framing, right? I mean, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody's trying to frame Kimmy. I mean, but regardless, she's been arrested. She's the one pictured here to the left, and then
I know you can't see the screen, but Josh just said more than happy to come talk on the Summer Wells case.
Wow.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Well, we can have the public.
Everybody screenshot that for when Josh denies us.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about that because the reason, Josh, we were wanting to reach out and talk to you about it is we weren't around for it. So there's a lot of it I don't understand.
It's so intricate.
So
I'm sure he could school us and catch us up.
Yeah. So what we were hoping is maybe we could do something together, and for people like us that don't understand, because there's people that understand Summer Wells backward and forward,
right?
But there's also people like us that came to it late and they really just don't understand all these. You kind of get
there's a lot
of outside players that I don't understand the dynamics. I didn't even know about the tree trimming business till last week. All these like people that Don was associated with, the guy that took his life, all that I don't understand or know much about. But I think it would be fascinating. It might be a good way for people to get kind of caught up,
right?
And reintroduced to the story if they're kind of behind on it, like we are. That was kind of the thought, and it'd just be fun to do something with Josh anyway.
Talk to Josh besides,
I think it'd be great
through our screen.
If you're interested.
Yeah, I've tried to get him to call in before, but usually you're on when we're in bed, and he's like, "I'm not calling anybody while I'm in bed." So.
Right. Let me get back here to this. So anyway, that body was found in suspicious circumstances. The fiance is the one pictured on the right. He's been arrested. We don't know what he's being charged with. They had started to live stream Kimmy's hearing, and then they decided to cut the live stream because there was so much public interest in the case. They didn't want to mess up the case, so they just cut the live stream. So we know she's been charged with a few things like tampering with evidence and hindering an investigation. We don't really know 100% for certain if it's this. It's probably a role she played in this case, but we can't confirm that 100%. So of course a big question right now is where's her child?
Well, that has not been reported by police.
We don't know. So we don't know if the baby had been born. We don't know if the baby had been removed. We don't know if she died before or after. We don't know. We don't know any of this. So
now there are rumors that the baby is not with her, but that was not with her when they found her. We don't know that.
And the people that found her were TikTokers, right?
Yes. And until Ellie comes out with that, we can't really say.
Yeah. So there's
Did the TikTokers report on what they saw?
The TikTokers found her.
I'm saying, did they report out on TikTok what they saw?
They did, but at the same time, you and I both have had children, and when you have a child, you're still big after you have a baby.
A little, yes.
Well, I was massive. It still looked like I had a child,
Right.
Of course, I gained like 100 pounds with each child, but because I really liked ice cream. But anyway, I just wondered how you could tell in that scenario. So
she'd already had a couple kids So this was like the third, isn't that correct?
How many children she's had? I don't know her
I have
total.
no
Yeah, I
idea.
think
I don't
this
know.
was the third.
Well, you have been, because we've been so busy with having our guests from the Tennessean on and getting ready for, our Thanksgiving. You kind of have been keeping up with that for us. So I haven't checked it in the past,
That's from
you
what
know.
I understand, and I heard, from what was, this is just the stupid Facebook world, but people in the area said that 2 of her children had already been taken away from her through social
Right.
services. I don't know where they were, who they were with, or anything like that, but supposedly this was the third one.
Rosebud says, well, if it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Duck.
Mhm.
So this is going to be, I don't know. I think this is going to be very interesting. Do they have the right people? Are these people directly involved? Was Kimmy framed? I mean,
I'm wondering.
the idea of the bank, that's so weird with the bank card too, because that's what happened with Riley Strain.
Mm-hmm.
TikTokers found his bank card 8 days after he disappeared. That's
And
a
where
strange
there had been no
coincidence.
evidence whatsoever until that.
Right. That's such a weird coincidence to me. But
It is.
anyway, but a bank card, I guess the idea, if Kimmy and someone else drug her body out into the woods to drop her and then dropped your check card or your bank card while you were doing it,
Mhm.
I mean, that just really feels like planted evidence to me. Maybe something got
it
dropped, but man, I don't know. So we'll see.
I'm sure the next few days we'll get more information. And the press conference that the police did gave absolutely nothing out. So
And if she's obstructing an investigation and doing other things to tamper with evidence, doesn't mean that she's responsible
right.
for. She may have just been like, I don't want to get implicated in this, and deleted information off her phone, threw something away.
Right.
Who knows what she might have
Melissa
done.
said that this case is Rebecca's case is way too out there for me to be guessing anything right
Yeah,
now.
this
Well,
one's
It's wild.
It
There's a-
reminds me of Jerry Springer on steroids. It's like way out there, and
Well,
there
I
are
mean-
all these rumors and crazy that the
Well-
boyfriend was actually with the mom. I mean, there's
Well,
all
the
kinds of
boyfriend
crazy
was
stuff.
the boyfriend is the ex of the mother.
Yes.
This is why we're
This
going to
is
have
why
to do.
we're
This
gonna
is why we're
we
going to
gotta
have to
stop.
dedicate a stream to this
Yeah,
because
it's
it
too
is a
confusing.
complicated, wild story with a lot of characters.
And I'm gonna have to do I'll have to do a family tree.
And see, Angel Wings, that's what I had heard as well, as their arrests were not related to the unaliving yet.
But
Yet.
yeah, but people were jumping all over it,
Yes.
So we'll find out.
So we'll see. Anyway, we are sorry to have to report that she's no longer with us. I was hoping that it was just her starting a new life or something like that.
I was hoping that too.
Trying to get away from a situation, but clearly not the case. So we'll see what happens there. But that was an update just because we talked about her just literally last week.
She was our missing person last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's see. We'll go to
Yes, Texas Plain Jane. It is one of those cases.
it's
out there.
crazy. It's not really a big story nationwide yet, but I think eventually it will be.
Well, that's I always think there can't be anything crazier than what we're currently looking at, and I'm wrong. I'm wrong every time.
Oh, yes.
There's
Well,
more.
the Haro case was like that. It was crazy, and we could tell from the get go that they were not being truthful. Like the minute they started talking, so we knew it was going to be crazy as well.
And some of you may know about this. I wanted to highlight this guy because he's out there and could be a danger. These
This is
predators.
crazy too.
This one is. So did you know this story? The
I
football
do,
coach?
but I have to step away for a second. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm just going to read straight from this is New York Post reporting. Fugitive football coach Travis Turner was still being paid by his Virginia high school employer days after he fled from cops seeking to question him over alleged child sex crimes. The alarming news comes as it becomes clear Turner also taught classes at Union High School in Big Stone Gap and would have had regular access to the student body. Turner is 46 years old, was on paid administrative leave as of Monday, and at least 4 days after he apparently split town while cops were on the way to question him over accusations that he possessed child, materials and tried to have sex with a minor. It's unclear when his paid leave actually began, but Wise County Public Schools said Monday it was spurred by an allegation that it was reported to the division. So he's been gone since this happened. Somehow he got tipped off, figured they were coming from him, and he's gone. And he could be out there anywhere. He may have you know.
Well, I know it said that they obtained 10 warrants for Turner, 5 counts of possession of child porn, and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. So he had 10 warrants for arrests, and I bet you, being well known in the area, someone tipped him off, and he's headed for out of the country.
Yeah, I keep reading that he was kind of like a star football coach there, and so if somebody tipped him off, that's really, really disappointing, you know.
And they really haven't seen where he was, that nobody's really reported like where he was last seen. That was another thing I thought was weird. You would think someone would have come out and said, well, I saw him, this day at this time, but nobody has said the last time he was seen. I thought that was strange.
Yeah, and then as of this article, the family strongly denies the allegations against him, saying that he is a good family man and that they only want to see him safely back home. And he does have 3 children.
Yeah, it sounds really strange.
Yeah. So he's not helping his case by disappearing like that, I don't think.
Right.
But anyway, they need to bring him in, need to find him.
It makes you wonder too if it's not true, if someone set him up for something like this, somebody that had a vendetta against him, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, innocent until proven guilty.
Right,
and
absolutely.
Everything.
Jenny Machete said this is strange. It is a very strange case. Such a well-known community person too. So that's why I find it just kind of odd that nobody can say, well, we saw him, on such and such day. Nobody has given where he was last seen.
Yeah, and they're not giving a lot of information about where they're searching. If I don't know why you wouldn't, if they think maybe he took a car last place he was seen. Any idea where he might have gone?
I would think he went to another country.
Well, maybe. You think he really packed up and just left?
Yeah, I do. I mean, if especially if it's something where you've been framed and you want to make sure that you get an attorney and get protection and get somebody, on your side. Oh, and Josh said, I think he did himself in. And it could be a case in that situation where he went somewhere and he's just not been found. Kind of like that father in the woods, with the 2 girls. And that he unalived them and then unalived himself. And then, it took forever for them to find him.
Yeah, that's probably your best guess, right? That he may have taken his own life. But
It's
anyway,
just sad.
it is. And I could understand, the shame, the embarrassment of whatever. That'd be the kind of thing that you could imagine he did that, right?
Right. Josh said leaving his family to deal with it is awful. And it is.
It is.
Coward's way out.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll move on to this other update we have on Anna Kepner. Of course, we've been following this, the 18-year-old girl who was found deceased, stuffed under a bed, wrapped in blankets and covered with life vests. The information was really kind of slow coming out on this. FBI is running the investigation, and they stay pretty tight-lipped on everything until they have to talk. Kind of what things sort of leaked when the mom, for a separate court hearing, had indicated that her stepson was the suspect and was asking for a delay on their hearing for a custody battle because she believed her stepson was the suspect. So then everyone starts looking at that, and then all the information we talked about last week, where an ex-boyfriend had said that basically the stepbrother had been acting creepy around her in the past, climbing on her in the middle of the night, things of that nature. And
I think it was reported too that they were fighting. People on the ship reported them fighting.
Yes. And so he's not been arrested yet. He went into a hospital for a time. He still, to this point, has not been arrested. But the first autopsy's come back, and her death has been determined to be a homicide, and she died by strangulation, like an arm bar style.
Bar hold.
Bar
Yeah.
hold is what they said. Yeah.
Bar hold, right? So like where your forearm is across the neck like that. And that's how she passed. It doesn't appear to have been any kind of essay assault or whatnot.
Right.
So just not sure why or how that happened. But that was some new details that came out on that case that we're going to be following. And of course, we talked a little bit about it just in the way that the parents seem to have kind of put their head in the sand on the problems they had going on there with that stepson. That people outside of that immediate family were saying that they had kind of warned them that this kid was a problem that way. I don't know. So, but I think the dad right now is wanting justice and has spoken publicly about wanting to make sure that the stepson has some justice against him there. He says here, I know Anna fought. I know she fought for her life. So it's rough. It's rough. We don't understand why, if the boy is a suspect, why has he not been charged yet? What's happening there?
Right. I was going to say he hasn't been charged, so we don't know.
Well, from what I understand, and this was in the media some, that he was taken straight to a hospital.
Yes.
So I don't know, if he was having like a mental breakdown, that kind of thing. And that's how this is all kind of filtered out so slowly because he was being inpatient in a hospital dealing with what was happening. But from what's in the media, that he told his mom that it happened, and that's how it came out was they looked at him first. He was in the room that night and was there.
Dreaming of Blue Skies in Sandy Beach, it says, given the report about the stepbrothers' behavior, the kids never should have been left alone or in a room alone together. And I agree.
So I always think of it like, I think that I just think just as a general, like not the specific situation, but just in general, when you have these families merge, that the couple that's marrying, they think their kids, maybe they'll just all blend and have a great time. But hormones and different things that go on with kids, they're not viewing each other as brothers and sisters necessarily.
Right. Just because that's the mom and dad's perspective doesn't mean it's the kid's perspective.
The reality is that they're not. Right. And you have to kind of.
Brenda Calvert asked, do you think the parents will be charged with anything? If he's a minor, they could be. It could be a case of neglect or not dealing with something that was obvious.
I doubt it.
Something I was reading something about how alcohol was provided to the 16-year-old or the stepbrother. Did you catch that?
I don't know.
We
don't know any.
If they do an investigation that determines that the ship gave it, then the ship could be liable for some of those, for things like that too, if they were contributing to the delinquency of a minor. But if it was handed from the parents, yes, they could also be found contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
It's possible. So if that all ends up being true, then. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine there will be some lawsuits coming out once the truth is known. Possible.
And
regardless, those parents are going to carry this wild guilt about all of it.
That's what Hawkeye said should have and would have as part of the grieving process. And you're right that you do hear a lot of that during that grieving process.
Of course, you never would think your child is capable of strangling someone to death and on a vacation.
We don't know for sure.
I'm not saying that anything for sure. I'm just saying you would never imagine that your child could be capable of that.
Right.
So we'll have to obviously
and Bliss said regarding the football coach, she said the last thing that was reported that he was seen walking into the woods by his house. And so that I was just going that there was no community people that reported seeing him other than that. So that,
the coach was seen.
And that she said the last time he was seen was walking into the woods near his house.
So this might be him taking his life. Yeah, it could be possible.
Oh, I didn't know that, Pam. Pam says the adults were only married for a year. The stepson told one family member that he was obsessed with Anna and wanted to date her.
Then if she rejected or whatever, that
we don't know.
You still don't think that's going to happen, but
it's terrible.
It's kind of like if you had,
it's just a waste. It's a waste.
It is sad.
If you were, let's just say this, if you were going on your vacation and you had boys and girls that were not related
Mhm.
would you let them sleep in? They were teenagers. Would
You
you
know
let
I
them sleep in
wouldn't.
the same cabin?
You know I wouldn't. You
Well,
know
and
I
a lot of
I wouldn't.
families do it to save money because it is a lot more expensive to get individual cabins for family. And, you know, if they had been raised around each other for the last few years, they probably didn't think there was anything to be concerned about. But
You know I wouldn't.
But you would. I wouldn't.
I
I
wouldn't.
would, I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
Absolutely wouldn't. I would have had the daughter stay in our room
Yeah, I wouldn't have
and
my
let
daughter
the
stay
boys
with
stay
it.
together. That's what I would have done.
If literally, you know, if we were on
Uh-huh.
a vacation with other families or something like, hey, let's let all the boys and girl teenagers all sleep in the same. No,
No.
no,
No.
not happening. And that's
No.
basically the situation. I mean, really, you're putting teenagers all.
Well,
of
we've
opposite
been on
sex together.
vacation with another family before,
We have.
and we had the boys all stayed in one room and the girls all stayed in one room, but we all stayed in the same house.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. But hindsight, of course.
Yeah.
And all that. And every kid's different and all that too. But I just know, especially with the girl. If I have a girl, I'm not.
oh,
Not
I
letting her
know.
around
She
teenage
would,
boys.
She would be with us. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not. You know, we're not like
We
everybody.
might be a little more overprotective.
And I would
we're
guarantee
very
you,
overprotective.
I would guarantee you that you are not allowed under 18 to be listed in a cabin. There's
You're not.
usually supposed to be an adult. And this is something that they could be held liable for if the mom was listed on one cabin with certain kids and the dad was listed on a cabin with certain kids, but then the mom and dad moved into their cabin and let the kids all stay in the other cabin, which is, I see people do that all the time. They don't tell anybody. That's just what they do.
Sure.
And I would say that's what happened, because you cannot have a cabin of kids staying in a room without someone. Usually there has to be at least someone 21 or older in that room. And there was not anyone older in that room. So I'd say that the parents are going to be held to some responsibility
That's a good
in that
point.
respect.
That's a good point, because legally you can't do that.
Right.
So
Well, she was 18, right? So could she do
they
that?
probably
No.
listed her. Yeah.
Is
she
it
was
18 or 21?
She was 18.
Well, no, for a cabin, it's
Oh.
18. It's 18.
Well, if she was 18, then that may be how they got out of it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, of course, we'll be FBI. I
Oh,
think
I
it
know
looks
what I
like they're
was
just
gonna
going to
say.
take their time. They may just wait for all the final autopsies, the toxicology, all that stuff to come back, which could take another couple of months.
Right.
So we'll keep following that until.
Well, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say something about, when we go on vacation with our kids, we don't expect to have any alone time as mom and dad. I mean, that's
Right.
just,
No.
but that's not what it's about. So we expect to spend a lot of time, and especially when we go on a cruise, because those cabins are not large. So with 5 of us in a cabin, there's just, and we wouldn't get 2 cabins because it's crazy expensive, so maybe now because all the kids are so much bigger, but anyway. What you got next, sir?
I'm getting it ready. I'm sorry.
Well, let's talk to chat.
second.
Hi, Alicia. Nice to see you. And Pam says that I was a single mom and always had the boys in one room and the girls in the other when they were invited a friend to join us on vacation. And Auntie, we've had vacations where your kids invited people, and that's how we did it too. And Hobo's mom says, hello, family. Nice to see you, Hobo's mom. Hi, Grandma Chachi. Nice to see you as well. I'm waiting for him to get, I'm guessing it's poor judgment.
No, this was
another
one
case. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was so weird. I mean, maybe you guys know this guy. If anybody does, Auntie would.
Right.
Auntie, do you know this one? The butcher from.
I've seen about it, yes, but I don't know a whole lot about it. I've seen it on the news.
Okay.
Hang on for 1 second. For Crying Out Loud says, hi, everyone. As a stepchild and a step parent, I think it's absurd to assume step siblings are bonded like real siblings, but some parents just expect them to be like brother and sister from the beginning. That's a good point.
That's a more eloquent way of what I was trying to
Right.
say earlier. Yeah. So yes, and it'd be different if they had grown up since little children.
Mhm.
you know, where they truly thought of each other as siblings,
Right.
but to put people together for, you know, like that.
And CA Hawkeye says male bonding and female bonding is precious. That should have been the perfect opportunity, in my opinion, but that's just our culture in New Zealand. Well, thank you for being here from New Zealand. Okay, let's see what the butcher is all about, because
So-
that guy's not, that's scary.
So this, his name's impossible. His name is Mikhail Chichikavishvili, 22 years old. He's from the Republic of Georgia, and FBI brought him in.
Not to be confused with the state of Georgia.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's also known as Commander Butcher. Okay, and he's the head of this cult called the Maniac Murder Cult.
What?
Yes, I saw that.
Where is he? What? What is this about?
So he was brought. The DOJ brought him in, and he
was in our country.
at one point he was actually
okay.
he was in our country back in June of 2022, but he basically was running this kind of, or one of the leaders of this online cult called the Maniac Murder Cult. As ridiculous as that sounds, but he is one of these things where they message people online trying to activate lone gunmen, terrorists, and such. To it's like a Nazi type of cult where they are hoping to disrupt society to such an extent that it collapses, and that the white race essentially emerges and becomes in charge of things.
What?
Right?
What? Oh,
That's the idea.
the kids are home.
Yeah, the kids are home. But that is the idea of this guy. So there was a FBI. He didn't realize he was talking to an FBI guy online on Telegram. That's always how they catch these people, right?
One of me sleuth and senses says, Mr. E, please don't repeat that incantation again. My furniture started floating after you tried to say that last name.
Yes. I mean, there's not a vowel in his name. It was just a series of consonants. But so he was
That's funny.
he was communicating not unknowingly to an undercover FBI guy, and he was trying to put in a plan to have this person give poison candy dressed up as Santa Claus in New York to Jewish children and homeless people.
What?
That was like his plan. And
That just gave me cold
he had
chills.
detailed instructions on how to create these lethal toxins, including ricin and all of this, right? And so so they brought him in. Now just I don't think 2 weeks ago, he's pled guilty. So he's looking at some significant time, but probably not the rest of his life, if you can believe that. At most 40 years, maybe more like 18. The sentencing will happen sometime in March of next year. But he did plead guilty to his charges. And so what it got me interested in was what this Maniac Murder Cult. At first I was like, this is such a ridiculous name. This can't even be real. This is some kind of like hoax being perpetrated on us, like sometimes happens, but it does appear to actually be real. They're not like a cult, like they're not religious, they're not meeting, they don't meet somewhere, there's not like a temple or whatever. It's really kind of like an online group. Could be a dozen people, could be a few hundred. Getting actual numbers of people who are involved in this is hard. Russia claims they've made 106 arrests.
It started back in 2021. That's how far back it goes, that they have like documentation of him like starting these manifestos and getting them out was in 2021.
Yeah, he even had a guide called the Hater's Handbook, which sounds ridiculous too, right? I mean, it sounds
fake.
It sounds fake on first glance, right? But apparently it's not. A lot of it does get blamed for a lot of, or they take credit for a lot of crimes that are not their that aren't connected to them.
Mm-hmm.
But there is one, and the reason I wanted to bring this part up is because, do you remember our school shooting that happened at Antioch?
Mm-hmm.
It was a 17-year-old. He ended up killing in the cafeteria, killed one student and shot another, and then he took his own life. But he in a recording prior to that said that he had been influenced by this Maniac Murder Cult that they found in the evidence later. So there is some real world impact that this group has had on impressionable youth. Kind of like crazy. So it also reminded me a little bit of the Slender Man story, where it's like you've got these people that they get wrapped up in these online bizarre communities that can influence them if they're mentally vulnerable.
I accidentally.
Yeah, he was
did something.
extradited from Moldova.
Yeah. And this cult originated in Ukraine. It's where they kind of were born.
Hobo Mom has been a member for 9 months, and she says, "Thank you for all you do. Much love and prayers to all." And she has some orange hearts. Thank you, Hobo Mom. You weren't here earlier, but we are asking everybody to pray that we get good results for Middle E on his MRI coming up on the 2nd of December. So it'll be the first one since surgery, or the first one since we got out of the hospital.
Yes. So kind of give us an idea where we're at.
Yeah.
Far Crying Out Loud says, is this the 764 group? I did not, in anything I read today, I did not see any ties to that. So I don't, the thing with these people, I don't know if you could even call them a group exactly. They're almost just, it's almost more like not a movement, because they're not powerful enough to be a movement. It's just this kind of loose band of people online that are finding each other using, various platforms like Telegram, and they're connecting that way.
That's
These people,
weird.
probably these
Yeah.
disenfranchised outsiders in whatever communities they're in, like the kid in Antioch, that are finding each other and getting radicalized, and they're trying to radicalize, and that's their message. Is they're trying to say, we don't need soldiers, we're not an army. One individual can cause enough damage. We all do this, and we can disrupt all of society, which of course is not true, but they can certainly cause damage and destroy some lives.
It's crazy.
And on a side note, on a happier note, Rosebud says, this is a national broadcast alert. We are out of gravy.
That is a problem.
That is a problem, but I can make homemade gravy. I can tell you how to do it. Oh, by the way, everybody was asking earlier if you would tell about your grandma's dumpling recipe, but I don't know if there's a lot to it. There's some water and flour.
Yeah, I mean, it's water, flour, baking soda.
I mean, it's just like a regular dumpling recipe.
Yeah, she would do them really flat,
really long,
rolled out really long, really flat. Then so you kind of roll them over and over. What I don't do that she did was she would put yellow food coloring in the dumplings, so they were these real bright yellow.
That is not unusual. I was looking in my recipe book that I use for all my favorite recipes are in. It was in a woman's club that I was in years ago when everybody put in their favorite recipes, and it's literally my favorite book. And I was looking at a dumpling recipe, and there was one that called for yellow food coloring, and I was like, "That sounds like Mr. E's grandma."
Yeah, they would be these bright yellow dumpling, and I thought that's how all dumplings looked when I was a kid.
Yeah,
well, let me tell every holiday.
I don't know if you're going to talk about the soup issue that's going on, but one of the things I was telling you something else.
Okay.
I've been switching to different kinds of foods, and I was looking for a cream of chicken, and I found this organic cream of chicken. I went and got it, and I opened the can. I was like, "This is white. It's supposed to be yellow." So there you go. So they obviously use food coloring in lots of things that I didn't realize until today. And I opened up my can of cream of chicken soup, and it was white as could be.
Yeah, Melissa, I make homemade gravy too, and it's the last thing I make before we start, because usually the last thing he does is slice the turkey. So I'm always like they're always waiting on me for the gravy. So
Dreaming says, I would like your turkey recipe. What did you all cook it in? Was that a roasting pan or something else? It was a roasting pan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Lots of butter.
We use a roasting pan.
Did lots of butter.
Just tell her exactly what you do. So he gets up very early usually.
Yeah, I do the whole thing where you stuff the butter under the skin and all that. Lots of salt and pepper, lots of butter all throughout. Just keep lots of butter.
Do you take the giblet bag out and put anything inside your bird?
No, I didn't use the giblet bag at all.
No, I mean, do you take it out and put something inside the bird?
Oh, inside. Yeah, I do the diced onions, garlic, carrots, celery,
and
thyme, rosemary.
This year you added
and I've never done this, but I added the lemons, sliced lemons.
Because we had some in the fridge.
And I saw somebody mention doing lemons. And so I don't know. That was one thing that was really different. And then a little bit kind of in the pan just to kind of give that gravy flavor.
And
Some of that same stuffing I put in the bird.
Oh, and
in the
celery.
base.
Okay.
Yeah, he said
Biggie's having some problems.
Yeah,
I'll be
Biggie's
back.
having an issue there.
Another thing that my husband's in the last 2 years that he really likes is he takes clarified butter or ghee, and he takes it and he injects it all throughout the bird, and before he cooks it.
I
We
saw
do
somebody say that. Yeah.
Yes, and that clarified butter is actually better for you than regular butter, but we like butter. We don't care what kind of butter it is. But the clarified butter, he uses an injector, injects it all around inside the bird. We do a whole onion, celery, garlic, clove, and stick it inside. We do the rosemary, the thyme, oregano, salt and pepper, garlic salt. We do the whole thing and then just cover it up and cook it.
I think the main thing that he does that's different than most is he bastes like every 15 minutes.
Oh,
With
probably
butter,
more like
with
about
like-
every,
Probably
every
not every
45.
15 minutes. Your oven would never get hot enough. You'd be opening the door all the time.
It feels like it's every
It does
15
always take
minutes.
about an hour or two longer than
Yes, we
than
do
I think
too.
it's going to.
Okay, just so you guys know what the yelling's about is Big E is playing Homescapes and he's not doing well. And so he is very upset about it. And I knew if I went in there, I can't help him because I'm no good at Homescapes.
Yeah.
And so he's playing the, like it's kind of like a Bejeweled or whatever that game was where you match the jewels. And he is very upset. And if I go in there, it's just going to be a thing. So I'm not going in there. But he's in the room alone screaming about it. But
So if you hear that,
he gets really angry at it, like really, really.
he's
angry.
okay. He's just upset
He's
about
just
the game.
upset about the game.
But yes, he'll think you can help him if you go in there. So that is all I have as far as the crime portion. Well, not completely, but we do have.
He's so upset.
He is upset.
Yeah, we probably.
We're going to be talking about that in a minute. Want to be sleuthing something?
Oh,
He's
so
mad.
I've got a two
Y'all,
for.
he's so mad.
He is mad. Bless his heart.
Can you hear it,
Have
Auntie?
you ever been
Yeah.
here when he's
Yeah.
playing that?
No,
Oh, it's
not that
terrible.
game.
Like
And Big Money, that one does it too.
Big Money upsets him, and so does Homescapes. And what it is he's not able to do whatever he needs to do in the amount of time,
Time
and he
limit.
runs out, and he gets really angry. Then he tries again, and then he'll be quiet for a minute, and then he'll not make it, and then he'll start screaming again.
Oh, dreaming. That sounds awesome. They make their own. They just started making their own butter.
Ooh, see, that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be a good
It's
one to do.
easy.
Yeah, she's been trying to get me to use the Irish butter.
Oh, I love the Irish butter.
Does it taste that different?
I just think it's creamier. I think it's just better butter.
Mm-hmm.
I buy the organic sticks now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowly.
I was just
switching.
curious. And Random on the Dime, we haven't seen you in
Yeah,
so long.
it's been a little while.
And
Good to
Random
see
on the
that.
Dime became a member again. It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Nice to see you. Okay. Sorry. Now you ready for the pour?
Bliss Blessing says, I hosted yesterday and we had about 20 people. I woke up this morning to put my recipes away and my turkey gravy was graded with a check mark and 100. My daughter said it was my dad that did it.
That's sweet.
Oh, that's good. Got to get the good grade there.
Oh, and Shauna Butterfly Kisses doesn't like the Irish butter. I don't know. I think you got it when you were here last time. I found some in the fridge.
Yeah, I love it.
I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do the segment if you're ready.
Okay, guys, it's time for everybody's favorite segment. If I can remember how to do this, because I've forgotten how to live stream. Let's see. Here we go. Use AI to make a cooler video, huh?
So we've got two. We're doing. This is
We're doing
because
two?
one. We're doing two.
You're
So
not. Did you do one of mine?
I didn't know you had one. What? did you
Remember
actually
last
send-
week? Oh, we'll talk about
No.
it.
Oh no, I didn't.
That's okay. I don't care.
Well, we can save it for next time. So one of these, I mean, this is poor judgment. So this story was, you probably heard this. If you haven't, this one just is ridiculous to me. But the vice president for Campbell's Soup was caught on audio, and it's now part of a lawsuit. But here, I'm going to play his.
It was
his
Martin.
audio.
Martin Bally. He was a vice president of chief information security officer at Campbell's.
That's even worse.
I know.
Chief information security officer. And this gets out. Yeah. Boy, I mean, that's comical
somebody
just in and of itself.
Not
But
going to have that position in any other company.
so the chief information security officer was secretly recorded and didn't know it and let the information get out.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a segment from Detroit News.
Of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
The recording allegedly of Campbell's VP and chief.
So that comes out.
Yeah.
And that's so wild. I mean, I've been kind of out on that soup for a bit because we realized it a couple of years ago that they were no longer. Whenever I see the bioengineered stuff, I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, Campbell's makes Rouse?
Oh,
Yes, they do.
Dreamy.
Oh, I did not know that.
Now you've just broken my heart.
That's disappointing.
I like that spaghetti sauce.
Of course, we don't
and
have
you
any.
can look
There's no
on
meat
the
in it,
container,
right?
Yeah.
That's
Just
true.
look on it.
Aunt E's got an app she uses to check everything.
Yes, I use Yucca. It's YUKA. You can scan your food. It's free. It's a free app. If you want more availability and to check other things, it's like a small cost, but you can scan it and it'll tell you all the additives, and it'll tell you additives that are dangerous additives and not dangerous, and it gives you a score from 0 to 100 on how healthy that item is. And boy, it's really helped me change what I buy. I really like it.
Once I see bioengineered on anything, I am done. I'm not doing it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. So we've got some soup in the pantry. We're going to have to take to the shelter or something, or throw
We're
away
donating
or whatever.
it. We're not going to throw it away because somebody might want it, but we don't want it anymore.
But I can't do buying it. But they have this guy allow him to in a position to get recorded saying such a thing, and that there probably was a point during this lawsuit where they could have settled and had this all not come out.
Good point, Sassy. Sassy says, I don't buy meat anymore unless it has bones. Good.
I mean, that's probably right anyway. I mean, because even in the can, it's not, even if it is real meat, it's still, it's not as healthy as the fresh stuff anyway. But
Hobo's
man,
mom
bioengineered
has heard of the app too.
I mean, it just grosses me out beyond belief. Just but to have him do this, that I can't imagine what that's going to do to the future of Campbell's.
Well, and he was fired on November 25th. So right after this all came out, he has been fired.
Well, wait, didn't he have another quote about it not mattering?
Maybe so. I just
you know the quote I'm talking about, and we've talked about it.
Oh, he said it was food for poor people.
So it didn't matter.
It didn't matter because it was food for poor people.
Right.
Which is just crazy to say. Yeah. That's a crazy thing to say.
And Rosebud, I ask what is the best pasta to buy. I always look for the pasta, and I believe you guys do too, that's made with is it Somalian wheat that is a full, and it doesn't have any, you want to get the non-enriched, folic acid and all the stuff that they add to our breads is what causes a lot of people to be bloated, and for that stuff to really affect your inflammation levels, things like that the glutens can sometimes cause. So always you can check. A lot of it's made in Italy or the organic pasta. Costco sells it. Our Publix sell it. You just have to check and make sure it's just the wheat and there's no enriched products in there.
And you want to look for pasta that's white and not yellow.
Yes, the lighter the pasta, the better it is. The more yellow, the more artificial stuff that's in it.
And I tend to buy the pasta that is from Italy. So, and usually that's whole, and we buy whole grain pasta.
Yes,
it's better for Middle East.
We're trying.
Yes.
So,
but I got my last bunch at Costco, and it's an organic Italian made pasta.
And Witchy Mama's right. Pasta is so easy to make. I actually have an attachment for my KitchenAid, which I've never used, but I do have it. So someday maybe I'll make it, and it tastes so much better.
I can tell you what
the whole grain pasta is the wheat pasta. So
So I have a second one that we're going to do because I really wanted to end on a funny one. Just that Campbell's thing was so ridiculous. I wanted to do that because that is
because
such
we are long. I just want to say, and Aunt E can agree with this. We're lifelong, and you are too.
Oh yeah,
Campbell soup eaters, and
Absolutely.
we're out now. We're
I'm out.
completely out.
It's like McDonald's to me. I'm done. Not going back.
Not going back.
I will never eat McDonald's again.
Not even when they're having Monopoly.
There is no. Yeah. I mean,
we're out.
It's just one of those.
And it was a horrible comment. It was a horrible comment to make, though, because I mean, to say that it's for poor people. Lots of people eat soup, and Campbell's soup was a staple in our house when we were growing up. And you know, and I don't think that stuff's always been in there. I think as things have gotten cheaper products have gotten cheaper and all this synthetic stuff, I think it's cheaper. So they add that stuff and they took out the stuff what made their products good back years and years ago.
You know, they put so little meat in that chicken anyway. And that soup is those little tiny. I know. It can't be that much money they're saving by doing that.
Well, I was shocked at the color of the cream of chicken soup versus what I got, the organic cream of chicken that I got. I mean, it was like night and day. And I was like, wow.
And you know, it's really easy to make chicken noodle soup. I make it with egg noodles. It's really easy. Just some carrots and celery and chicken broth and some egg noodles, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Well, and I shred some chicken in the Instant Pot. So
yeah, and I mean, we just go get a rotisserie chicken, take off the skin, and that's what we use for our chickens, and we don't even have to make it. We'll just go grab one right after it comes off the rotisserie at the grocery store.
Crochet says, "What happened with McDonald's?" So, how do you begin?
I mean, if you ever watch any videos of how they make their fries or how they make their nuggets and what it looks like, it is absolutely repulsive. It's repulsive, and once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and you can't go back.
They claim that it's all beef in their patties.
Oh no.
It sure doesn't taste. I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
I worked at McDonald's in high school, and it was probably the most delicious meal in the world to me to get a double cheeseburger.
It was
pickles, mayonnaise, lettuce only, with a large fry and a large Dr. Pepper. That was the best meal.
Yeah,
and it doesn't resemble that at all anymore.
Well, if you've ever watched the videos where they put the Big Mac, and they take it, they keep it in the box, and they check on it like once a month, and then they pull it out in a year or 2 years. And I saw them where they compared it to Five Guys and it was 3 different burger places. And they would take out the burger and show you the burger that they bought the same day with the receipt and everything. And the McDonald's doesn't, even the lettuce and the bun, no molding. It looks like it did when you bought it, except for the fact that it's cold. It looks exactly the same. And it's just disgusting. It's disgusting because there's so much preservatives in it. It doesn't even break down like it should if it was, it's just awful.
Yeah, Alicia Hot Wheel says, I used to work at Taco Bell and the meat looks like dried oatmeal until you add water and hydrate it.
No, thank you.
See, I saw something else about Taco Bell, like it was just all filler or something it's not even real meat. I'm out on Taco Bell.
We're out on Taco Bell too.
I'm out. I don't care.
Sharon Marlowe says Mickey D's has 7 ingredients in their fries and something called pink slime in the meat. That's what I found out.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you too, back in the 70s, if you looked at the ingredients, I looked this up, the ingredients for the McDonald's fries were whole potatoes, salt, and beef tallow. That's how they made their fries.
That's what it was when I was there.
And now it's a list a mile long, and it's not even fries. They use beef and all this other stuff that they put into the fries and inject it with, and it's just all synthetic. And it's gross.
Nasty.
And I mean, it used to be, we loved it. So it's just,
yeah. McDonald's fries used to be the best tasting fries.
And I will tell you right now, the best tasting burger and fries. And I'm thinking about it. And I know we have leftovers, but now I want
it. I know. I was thinking
and
that
shake. It's Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
Steak and Shake has switched over to beef tallow. And I don't know what's going on, but they've got me. I'm hooked.
Steak and Shake took a bad turn for a while.
Yeah, it did.
And where it was like, ooh, this is not a good burger. And they've improved.
And
Oh,
I'm all in on supporting that stuff because I
and you
think we
can
were
buy. They
completely
sell their.
misled on all of this stuff. We were
Yes, we
misled
were.
on lard. We were misled on all these things. So
Yes, all that stuff that is
that
good.
is so bad is actually not bad for us at all.
Right, right. But you can even buy their beef tallow and Wagyu tallow at Steak and Shake, and they sell it in the jars, so you can get it from them and buy it for your house.
CA Hawkeye says it's true. I'm a butcher.
What's true
about the stuff being good? You know, about beef tallow and all, and the fat actually being good for us.
It is.
And thank you, Hobo Mom, for the 5 Crimecast
Sorry,
memberships. Thank you for that.
Sorry, L. Kennedy. And it's so nice to see you. Hope you had a great holiday. I was hungry till you all were talking about the turkey while you were talking about the turkey gravy, but I kind of lost my appetite now. I'm still hungry. I haven't had my lunch today or breakfast. So
you want to play it one more time? The poor judgment? Because we got a new poor judgment.
New poor judgment?
Yeah. I don't think you do.
Oh, Alicia wants to know what tallow is real quick. It's like fat. It's like, right?
It's beef fat that you can melt, like when you fry fries or hot wings or anything. Beef tallow is like your oil, like lard or anything else. You can use it to do your fries and cook in beef tallow. Actually, another place that uses beef tallow and has used it for years is Buffalo Wild Wings. All of their wings and fries are done in beef tallow as well.
Yeah,
places
but
are starting
I'm telling
to move
you, Buffalo Wild Wings, at least ours has gone downhill. So, but anyway, go back to your poor judgment.
It's all right. So I'm just going to play this and I'm going to stop at a point because this story evolves.
The busy 3rd Street Promenade in Arizona at 2:40 this afternoon, when they say the suspect, using a simulated weapon, allegedly carjacked this white pickup truck hauling a truck bed of porta potties.
So just soak that in real quick. So this guy at 2:40 in the afternoon with a simulated weapon.
What does that mean, a simulated weapon?
I guess not a real gun of some sort. Hijacks porta potties.
Okay.
This is why I was hoping Josh from the lab would still be here.
He probably left.
He's probably not here, but this might be why he was unable to get that porta potty for his party, because this guy had hijacked
Arizona.
He makes his way to California.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's what Sharon said. She goes, "There's the lab's porta potty."
This is why he couldn't get one, because this guy had them all on a high-speed chase from Arizona to California.
Okay, good.
So he hijacks this truck full of porta potties, but it doesn't end here.
Okay.
Picture this. They say he drove the stolen trailer full of toilets north through the Palisades, along the way, reportedly hitting a car and not stopping, and according to police radio chatter, driving with a tire on fire.
A tire on fire?
Tire on fire.
Okay.
Hits a car.
Okay.
All right.
And sending one of the porta potties flying into the middle of Sunset Boulevard and PCH before slamming into this wall along PCH in Malibu.
And you think that might be where that ends? That's not quite the end either.
Everybody wants to know if it was Josh.
This is Josh.
Josh was trying
on his way to Thanksgiving.
He doesn't know this. Josh was trying to get a porta potty because he was going to have a lot of people at his house for Thanksgiving, and he has a certain type of piping, like clay pipes, and it would not do well. And he was trying to get a porta potty so that he wouldn't have any trouble after everybody left. And anyway, that's why everybody's joking about the porta potty.
Yes.
Here they say he ran to Big Rock Beach, across the sand and onto the rock, where he sat as a team of Santa Monica police, sheriff's deputies, lifeguards, and CHP responded. From the shore, from the water, and from above, with the use of a drone, officers made contact with the suspect, and then
he had stripped naked and jumped into the water and swam out to those rocks. And so they were all there with their drone. And
so they've got the guy covered up.
They brought him a towel.
Did they show his face ever?
Brought him a towel and brought him in, cuffed and in custody about
sure.
2 hours after it all started. He was treated and taken away in an ambulance.
Everybody, you have to read some of the stuff in chat. Alicia Hot Wheels says, Josh, Peyton, what are your alibis?
We don't see his face.
We don't. And Britta Calvert says, was that Josh? or where was Josh? And Rosebud says, was that Josh? And Alicia says it is Josh. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
I think we're gonna have to talk to Josh, find
We're
out
gonna
where
have
he
to talk to
was
Josh.
on the date of
Maybe
this.
do an interrogation.
But maybe he was just, this guy was just getting ready for Thanksgiving, and
Yeah, do we know why he hijacked it?
I have no idea. I don't know anything else about the story beyond. I could play the rest of this news clip and see if they've got answers.
Melissa says King Poor Judgment. And also, I forgot to tell you, if you received a gift of membership from Hobo's mom, please tell her thank you.
And Shauna, it's Yucca. It's Yuka, and it's a little carrot, but it's Yuka.
Okay.
The man has not yet been identified. He has also not yet been charged. Police say they did not find any weapon and that there were no reported injuries when he allegedly hit another car. We're live in Santa Monica. I'm Lori Perez, CBS LA.
Lori, thank you so
Yes,
much.
I do have breaking news. Breaking news.
So
Breaking
that's the end of
news.
that.
Joshua Diaz was the culprit.
Josh.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So that oh, I didn't mean to do that.
That's funny.
Will that work? There we go. So that was our poor judgment, and I'm just gonna guess, and I don't mean to be too judgmental, that narcotics were involved. Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
Kind of like you did with the guy who stole the little train in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is maybe that guy. It might be our train guy.
Brenda Calvert, that's so funny. I wonder if Because I Got High was playing on the truck radio. LOL. That's a funny song.
That's very funny.
That's a very funny song.
Hijacked.
I hijacked
a pulling
porta potties because I got high.
Took off my clothes and ran into the ocean because I got high. Simulated a gun. I don't know why.
I'm trying to figure out how you simulate a gun.
This? Do you just do this, you know?
CA Hawkeye said fools on steroids.
Crochet or Taco Bell was involved.
Right. Oh my gosh.
I think you made everybody laugh singing the song.
Oh man. So
That's
that's pretty good. So that was our poor judgment of the week. A lot of poor judgment there. I would like to know what
I
his
was
reason
right up
was.
there with him. Campbell's in the porta potty.
Oh, you made everybody laugh because you were singing that song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to be cool. We used to know stuff.
We do know that song. It's a hilarious song.
It's like 25 years old now.
Yeah. It might be the first time some people have heard it.
Yeah.
If they're younger. Well, anything else before we go today, or do you want to? I don't know when we're coming back.
I don't know.
Not at 9 o'clock tonight. We're not going up against McDonough and Josh and Ricardo.
And Dr. Gary. Yeah.
That's always like the yeah. That's like the
Mr. E knows the rhythm to the song too. Yeah, we've listened to the song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We probably could sing it start to finish. We were like I said, it's like 25 years old.
It's a pretty old song, yeah,
or maybe older. So, Mrs. E, don't tell our age. I actually wanted to ask if anybody had any good Black Friday specials I need to know about, because I have not done my due diligence. I had him go buy the newspaper yesterday. Cost $5
for little thin news.
And
nothing.
it had the worst ads ever in it. It had like Ollie's. Yeah. And
I had to go to each store and click on see the ad because they don't have them in the papers here anymore.
Okay, everybody wants to know how old that song is. I'm going to look up.
I think the guy that was what was his
Afro
name?
Man.
Afro Man. Like he never recorded it. I think he just lived off that money. That was just
Sharon, you're right. Black Friday lasts the whole week.
I was reading something about him a couple of years ago. Wonder whatever happened to that guy. I don't think he did anything after that.
Okay, anybody have put your guesses in chat? What year? And you give me your guess. Aunt E probably doesn't know the song.
I'll wait a second.
I don't know the
song.
song.
He's looking it up.
No, I don't know the song. No, my
Okay.
husband just texted me and said some people are going to jail soon. I just don't know what that means. So I wanted to
Okay.
Is he watching our show?
No.
He doesn't even watch the show. Okay, so everybody, what year? Because I Got High. What year did that song come out? Just guesses, please don't cheat.
no idea. I'd have never even heard the song, so I'm just out of it.
I'll wait a second, then I'll give my guess.
If it's in the 80s, that I don't think.
Well, I
it's
was going to
No,
say,
it's
if
not
it was
80s.
in the 80s, you'd know it.
Yeah. If it was the 80s, I'd know it.
I'm gonna
It's
go-
more not that I'm that much younger than you, but it's more.
Okay, I'm going to go 99.
Okay, that's your guess. Okay, Deanna says 1978. Mema says 74. Okay, guys, it's kind of a rap song, so it's
Somebody
not.
said Crochet said 2005. Let's see. Brenda Calvert said 2000. Hobo's mom said the 90s.
93, 79, 77. Mema says 74.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I would guess I'm going 99. I don't know what
That's
is it?
yours?
Yeah.
2000.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
What is that? Brenda Calvert got it right on the nose.
Congratulations, Brenda Calvert. You got it, unless you
And
cheated.
Hobo's mom got a mixer for $279 that was regularly $400. I bet she got one of those nice kitchen made mixers.
Congratulations,
KitchenAid.
Brenda Calvert. Nice guess there with the 2000.
Congratulations. I got mine for free. My grandmother left it to me.
Yeah, that was
Remember?
nice.
It's a funny
Mhm.
song. It's a
Yes.
funny song. If you
Where is
Clubbing
Where's-
days.
where is the what was the deal? Hobo's mom got what?
It looks like she got probably a KitchenAid because she said she got it for $279 and it was regularly $400.
Did you all? I already told Aunt E about this because I'm a huge fan of soft serve ice cream. There's a soft serve ice cream out there, machine out there that you actually pour the liquid in. It's a home one, and you pour the liquid in, and you don't have to freeze anything. It freezes within the machine, and it serves you soft serve in like 30 minutes. And I'm so excited about it. But if I have it, I will get really, really heavy because all I'll do is eat soft serve ice cream. So, but that would be the only appliance I'd be interested in at the moment. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to let me do that.
I'm
either,
sorry,
'cause it's bad for our kids
what's that?
to buy the soft serve ice cream machine. I've mentioned to everybody I love.
Yes.
Use the monk fruit.
Yeah, we don't need that in the house.
It's
I
bad.
mean,
We are
Oh
a
my
bunch
God.
of ice cream eaters. If it's around,
Oh
it
my gosh.
leaves.
No, we
and
cannot.
it leaves quickly.
we
Because
can't have
we eat
ice.
it so much. We love it. So we
I
can't have it in the
understand.
house. But I am going to get a juicer for Middle East. I've decided to start making Aunt E and I've talked about that.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to get in.
Oh, she got it at Walmart, and yes, it was a KitchenAid.
Nice.
Awesome. That's
I hear you.
awesome.
My thing is that those gelatos, the Talenti or Talenti gelato. Oh gosh, it's terrible. Yeah.
I thought you didn't like gelato. I thought you said it was too creamy.
Well, this stuff's awesome. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong.
Okay, Jenny Machete. The machine is called. It's from a company called Greenpeace. They have them on sale on Amazon through the weekend for $2.99. Sorry, I'm not getting it. I'm just.
I know you're not.
I just
No,
really love
we can't
it.
have it. We can't have it.
I know.
We can't have it.
We really can't. There's no way.
He's
Could we keep it in
hammered
our
down.
room? Could we
Can
keep
you
it in
not do
our
like
room?
frozen
I'm not sure.
yogurt or sorbets or things
You can
that
do
are?
you can do milkshakes in it. You can do anything like
But
7
they-
different treats. But I would put ice cream in it. You know I would.
I know. I mean, it's like
It's not even a question. And our kids would be out there getting ice cream all day long, and then we just can't.
it'd be crazy. We literally cannot keep ice cream in the home. We can't. We just can't have it here because it's gone immediately.
Obo says, "Oh no, it's Brenda." Brenda says, "I wouldn't need a bowl. I would just put my mouth straight into
Like
it."
Homer
Yeah.
Simpson or something,
Yes.
right? Just tilt the head back and just.
It's
pour it
Hi,
right.
green
That's what it'd be.
Mom.
It'd just
You
be a
said-
line of my wife and my children and everybody just like rotating
Oh, it is.
at the ice
It's
cream
called
machine.
green pan. You called it something else. You call
Oh,
it green.
is it green pan? I said green peas.
I was like, what's it called? Yeah, green pan.
What do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Yes,
going to wrap
we're
it up
almost
because
done.
Biggie wants to play DVDs and he plays here in our 4-year.
We're gonna tell everybody bye, and then you can play DVDs. Okay.
Does that sound good?
We're doing our show, but we're gonna finish. You want to tell everybody bye? Thank you. That works. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. We're going to let Big E play with his DVDs in here, and we will be back sometime soon. Check out the lab tonight.
Absolutely.
Those are always fantastic. They're going to be covering Summer Wells, and those guys know that case backward and forward. So we'll be checking it out. And anything else?
Happy holidays to everybody. Thank you for all the Thanksgiving wishes. Thank you for all your kindness. Please pray for Middle E if we are not here before Tuesday.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody he's having it very early in the morning to please pray for him. And he's getting Biggie is getting pretty upset. So I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to all of our new members. Thank you to all the people who gifted memberships and gave us all the fun little things on the long form, the happy poop and stuff. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you all and have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Eloquent, intelligent, keeping the missing relevant with Mr. E, Mrs. E. Let's not forget the sweet and E, and of course the best Grandy, unraveling these mysteries. Stay a while and share your thoughts. Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company, unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E.